population's down. So, it decreases the amount of staff that I have to order in every day and things like that. But as far as my own feelings and how I view the thing, as the sheriff mentioned, we do a lot of reentry programs, which is addiction counseling and addiction classes and group counseling and things like that to rid them of their addictions. And we can't do that if they're released. And the sheriff has a big initiative since he's been here to have reentry programs and addiction counseling. And I think it's a great thing, but we're not able to do it if the inmates come in and leave right away. So it's kind of hurts our programs. I don't want them to come back. I really don't. I see it every day, though. There are people here who come back monthly, and it's because, in my own opinion, it's because of their addictions. Addiction is what drives the crime here in Steuben County. I really believe that. And if we were able to address their addictions and give them quality health care, which we do here, quality meals, which we do here, and classes and counseling and different things like that, I really believe it would make a difference in their lives, and they could stop the cycle of coming back to jail constantly. I have had to mandate overtime here in the jail for quite a while because our population was so high and we had so many trips and different things like that. So we're going to get back to normal. That's what we're going to get back to. So we're going to be our staff is going to be able to do a little more training. They'll be able to be home with their families a little more. So I think that's a good thing, but it doesn't mean that this whole program is a good thing. I'm not so sure that's the case. The violence in here are isolated incidents. So, I mean, it's going to happen. There's no doubt about it. I don't think they're any more safe than they were before. Because you still have some pretty violent people here. As a matter of fact, when this program, this bail reform program, goes into full effect, what you're going to have here is the worst of the worst. So we're still going to have those people here. What you're not going to have here are the people who are addicted, and they just keep the cycle of coming back and forth, and they're not really the violent ones. The violent ones will still be here. We started probably a month ago, maybe a little more, but we didn't. We're not in full swing yet. As the sheriff said, he wants to phase this whole program in because we don't want to do it all at once. Because if we got to release 80-some inmates at one time, it's going to be a burden to us. It's going to be a burden to the people of the county, and the sheriff and the magistrates in the county don't want to do that. So we're kind of piecemeal here and there, letting go, and now the magistrates are in the county are. They're basically doing the program now as far as no bail, but we still have inmates here who have bail, who will be released at some point this month. Effects of like what? I know our population's down. That's a big effect. But as far as anything else, I haven't really seen it. I mean, it's brand new here, so we haven't really caught the whole effect yet, which we will soon. Frustrating. Yeah. It's frustrating to everybody, especially the sheriff and the undersheriff. And there's going to be burden on our road patrol. There's going to be a burden on the DA's office, and because the bail reform is not the only criminal justice reform that we have, that the legislature in the New York State has implemented. There's also some other things that will affect our road patrol, our court system, our district attorney's office, and things like that. So, jail is not the only thing that's going to be affected here. Well, there's a new discovery law that, and I'm not, I'm a jail guy, so I'm not really versed in all that, but I do know that the DA's office is going to have to release discovery, all of the evidence that's discoverable to the district, well, to the defense attorneys or the public defender's office, you know, whatever. And they have to do that within 15 days, which is a lot different than before. So, you know, that's going to have to, that'll affect our road patrol, the guys who, and our CIU people, the guys who make the arrests and things like that, because they're going to have to process the evidence quicker. The DA's office is going to have to give it to the defense attorneys quicker, and that's a big burden. Love it.
Yeah.
They love it. They, you know, a lot of them do, you know, because they're going to be released. You know, they don't want to be here. Even though they should be here, they don't want to be here. So, yeah, they like this new law. But, you know, it wasn't, it doesn't matter to us, you know, how they feel about it. I think, in our opinion, in the sheriff's office's opinion, is they need to be here for their own good and the good of the county. In terms of the crimes, and people in general. I've heard from people in general on the outside. You know, they tell me that they don't like what's going on, and, you know, how are you going to just let them loose, and how can you do that? And I say our hands are tied, and they are tied.